Hello, dear traders and investors. Analytical community in touch System.GURU.Markets. We start with general information about the company. A little further, we will consider each parameter in more detail. If necessary, you can pause it. You can consider each parameter of the organization under study scrupulously. Now we will compare the current fundamental indicators of the company Smith Douglas Homes Corp, ticker SDHC. This review was made using information current as of April 12, 2025. By classification Guru.Markets Corporation, Smith Douglas Homes Corp belongs to the subcategory accommodation. 50 companies take part in the assessment, and this is very representative. We will see the decisions made by the end of the video. The result for the company is 7.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.9 points. If you look broadly, within the entire US market as a whole, we will see that the average result for the entire market as a whole is 1.9 points. Against a score of 7.5 for the company Smith Douglas Homes. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares Smith Douglas Homes and subcategory shares, we see that over 12 months the promotion Smith Douglas Homes showed a change of minus 34.7%. Against price changes in the subcategory minus 10.4%. This clearly does not indicate anything, but it is necessary to take note of this fact. Market capitalization of the company Smith Douglas Homes Corp is $0.17 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $307 billion. Smith Douglas Homes Corp has a share of 0.055% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $0.07 billion, with a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $83 billion. Smith Douglas Homes accounts for a share of 0.088%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we will see the following. Share Smith Douglas Homes Corp in a subcategory in the case of stock market capitalization assessment is 0.055%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.088%. This is 60% more than the share of market value. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory, good, 1 point. The organization's debt obligations amount to $0.006 billion. Debt to book capitalization is 8.6% of capital. Result on the company's debts, very good, 2 points. The company's stock price to profit balance is 10.5. The average for the subcategory is 21.9, and this is 52% lower than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the indicators of market price to its profit in comparison with organizations of the subcategory, very good, 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $16 million. Future earnings over the next 12 months are expected to be $15 million, which is 4.9% less than the current figure. Assessment of projected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The company's value to revenue balance is 0.2. The average in subcategory 2, which is 90% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to revenue indicators in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, good, 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $980 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is tentatively expected to be $930 million. This is 5% less than now. Assessment of the predicted future revenue indicator in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The sales margin is 1.7%, with an average in the subcategory of 9.3%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 7.6%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.084%, which is 53% more than the share of market capitalization. And this fact reflects the imbalance in the company's market price Smith Douglas Homes Corp, rather towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is $365,000. And for the subcategory, it's $556,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 34.4%. Assessment of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The profit per employee is $34,600, with an average for the subcategory of $25,400. And the difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 36%. Assessment of the company's profit per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The share of sales per company employee is $2,111,000. In the subcategory, there are $274,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 670%. Assessment of sales per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares shorted are 6.7%, compared with the subcategory average of 3.9%. This is an indicator of possible short squeeze risk. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 42% for the company Smith Douglas Homes Corp. For the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 41%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued in the same way as company shares Smith Douglas Homes. The actual valuation of the company's shares is approximately $18.74. The consensus price target for the company's shares is around $20.39. The difference between the actual estimate and the consensus forecast is approximately 9%. Let's look at the order table. It is available. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions publicly made this season by the information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the results of Securities Assessment Smith Douglas Homes. Information and Reference Assessment System.GURU.Markets. The following decision is made. Open by order at $18.75 per share. The deal was opened due to the fact that the company has a relatively high rating. The organization was assessed based on the assessment approach, the Akeem's Index. Take profit is set at 21.42. Stop loss is set at 16.08. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss. In this case, the order is closed automatically at the end of trading on May 12, 2025, or on the last trading day before the specified date. Ticker ELME will be an on-balance sale transaction. A video on the balancing order will be or has already been published on this channel. In case of closing of any of the orders, main or balancing, another order is fixed at the current price. Thank you very much for watching to the end and for using the information and reference system from Guru Markets. You all truly are the best audience.